Yes. Add command.
Yo, yo, yo. Whoa, June's toxic. One sec. Let's edit that. That's the wrong fucking link.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Submit. Let me try something. I'm not signed in on my own chat. Snipe bot in here. Nice. Okay, perfect. What up, Bryn? Yeah, we could maybe do that today. I'm actually gonna wait until like we get a couple of people in here, and then we'll figure out kind of what we're gonna do. I definitely want to do at least one project, hopefully two, and then we'll have another one for Friday. Let me tweet that we are live. What up? Night night. What's up, dude? Hazardous, Wink. See some familiar names in here. Copy. How are you guys doing? What's today? Tuesday? Wednesday? Breakdown time. What up, Subcharge? Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I'll take that. Sorry, I gotta tweet all this stuff out that we're like live and whatnot, and then we'll start chilling. Peace. Crossfader. What up, dog? Yeah, man. So you guys can like as chat decide what we're gonna look at today. I've been trying to get beef to open, and that so I tweeted out like a 2 months ago about like a project I had that was corrupted. I still can't open it. I can't even import like a single channel without my entire Ableton just like shitting the bed. So we might have to chalk that one up, and then we could do like rewind and back scratcher today, maybe spin cycle Friday, or like any order of that shit. Yo, Hamper the legend, dude. I forgot we had a cheese, the fucking cheese sub shit. That sounds so sick. Thank you, man. Thank you for the sub. Back scratchers to tasty. Yeah, we can probably do that. Yeah, sounds like back scratcher is the one people want to look at for sure. Nice. Up. All right, cool. All right, let's get into it. Only breakdowns today, as opposed to what? What up, Warm Eyes? Let's see what we got. Let me open up. Yeah, let's do back scratcher and then spin. Well, spin cycle or one. I'm not sure. Wink. Can't say anything yet, but I'm finalizing everything this week. Getting some artwork done. I just finished the demo reel for the EP. It's fucking sounds so sick. I'm so excited. Yo, tunes. Thank you, brother. Coming in. Ow, with the tier 3. He's got the stacks. What up, malware? Do you have the enhancement suite? Yeah, I do, but I never use it. I only use it like my favorite thing. Um, my favorite thing about it is just how you can like pull the clips out. I don't even use like the double right click, or anything with that shit. I literally just like it because you can extend like your clip without it looping, which is like one of the most random things to use about it. But I like that. I like the idea of enhancement suite a lot. It just didn't kind of fit for how I work. But I think if I got into it, I would like definitely be down. Dude, Mallory, I haven't played COD in like 2 months. I've been on the Valorant grind. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, enhanced suite. Oh yeah, and I got this thing the other day. I don't know if you guys have like fucked with Spleeter at all, but I was like absolutely blown away at how good it was at like stemming out a full song. Um, and like some guy made this Max for Live device. I'll show it in like a new project maybe after. Um, it's like a Max for Live device some guy made with Spleeter. Spleeter's like a software that extracts stems from a full song. I don't know how the fuck it does it. There's a couple softwares that do it. Like Isotope has some like RX stuff that do it. But some guy made this Max for Live device, and I put like a full track in there, and it gave me like the acapella, the drums, and like all the synths in different stems. I mean, obviously there's like artifacts. It was kind of phasey, but for literally from a full track, I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna run one of my own songs through it and see if I can steal my own drums. That was like I was like, what the hell? Does he use Docker? Yeah, that's why I have Docker right here. It was like a bitch to set up, but let me turn this down for you guys. It's probably loud as fuck. Tunes, it's coming. It is finished. The demos are done. The artwork is in the works. Just be patient. Hey yo. What up, sausage?
Get fucked up. Don't waste my time. Get fucked up. Move back. Get fucked up. Don't waste my time. Get fucked up. Move back. Get fucked up. Don't waste my time. Move back. Yeah.
Nice. No issues with it. Was having some CPU issues, but we're chilling. Yeah, feel free to like. I'll kind of go through like some of my favorite parts of this, and then I mean, obviously, if you guys have like questions as well, just put them in the chat. We can like run through that shit. The beef emote? That's a good idea. Something like that. What did this start out with? I think this this entire track just started. A lot of times I'll start from like bar one with just an ambiance. I think it just started with this sort of. I literally just like high pitched, tonally stuff that's like resonant but not harsh. This is like this splice loop. It's like a super high pitched sine wave with reverb. It's like coded that in reverb to do like a sort of impact effect. Soloing the drums. Yeah, we could look at the drums. I really like the drums on this track. It's honestly. Oh, I thought it was my snare. It's not. It's Matzo's snare. Shout out Matzo. The drums are just super simple. I use like the hat. I chopped up the hat loop from the Half Track remix I did, and this other like this track I made. And then it's the Matzo snare. His sample pack on Splice is so fire, and then I like the tail on this Pixel Terror snare a lot. I like that sort of like clappy, white, washy, so I just layered this together. And then I made this sort of just like super white noisy ride. Do you make your own ambiances or just grab loops? Sometimes both. Like I have half of my own and then half I'll just like grab a loop and throw a reverb on it. Depends what you're going for. Skia. Is that Matt? What up? Yeah, so I use the top end of one of my kicks because I like that kind of. It has like kind of an open hat baked into it. Oh, it's Nick. What up, brother? And I just like use the low end from this other kick. What is this from? BRT. Just like your basic, probably like a splice kick. Super clean round low end. Dan, are you using software to route Ableton through OBS for sound? No. I'm just routing Ableton through my sound card and having OBS capture that. But it isn't what I like normally want to do. I usually want to use the ACO, but I can't. It's like Windows, it's annoying. This track's like crazy simple, but I love like the so there's like two parts to the drop. It's like obviously the main sort of super high pitch. Some dude commented on like the YouTube video. It's just like this drop sounds like a printer. And it got like 100 likes. And I was like, that's honestly fucking hilarious. True. I chopped out. I had this like I bounced out the drop from this other song I have. And there's like this little section that goes. That's literally like twice as fast as it's supposed to be. What the hell? 100 BPM or... Oh god. I think I did. Oh yeah. I just like pitched up super hard. It's from... Where is it? Show browser. I don't have the original. Oh. I guess I consolidated it. I don't think so at all, Ryan. Effin is going from the kitchen to the office space. True. But it was just like this super brutal, like super harsh high tone, and then I pitched it down with a frequency shifter, and then like amped it up, which like brought out that sort of like this sort of like ambiance behind it. Reverb automation, super basic EQ, probably the phase filter, or hyper. Yeah, a little bit of hyper. You play it with everything except that sound.
Yeah.
So that's the other part of the sound.
Yeah.
Is this sort of like low. Which is like, I love that sound so much as like a layer. It's from this like crazy rack I was making.
I think this is different.
So I like resampled that and then dragged it onto this audio channel and just like fucked with it even more. Just like put crazy phase filtering, amp, just blow it out super hard. And this sounds like this. So it's kind of like a basic pluck, bass pluck kind of thing, and I just blew it out. So that like kind of messes with this kind of main lead. I like the high layer and the low layer. What do you think of kick claps replacing snares? Sure, it fits the track. And the sub. The sub's super weird. There's like this like pulsy layer on top of it. Wider, sort of like fuzzy layer, and then a super clean low sign. What's your favorite amp mode? I like clean and blues and boost. Like these first three. Heavy is like, obviously it's like super aggressive. The gritty bass from the intro? Yeah. Oh, that was actually from like this. I think it's this. So I had this like loop, and this is all from a. That all came from like an OTT artifact tail. There was no MIDI or like any audio. It was all just a tail. I don't know how the fuck it did that. I think I had like a auto pan or something crazy and was just like going nuts. I gotta find where that original patch is because it's like a super vocoder and just got some like crazy artifacts in there. And so it's that. And I just like stretched it out and pitched it down like an octave in it. And what else?
Don't waste my time.
Little like reverse reverbs.
Don't waste my time. Get fucked up.
And then there's kind of like a bunch of build stuff. There's like this. Super glitchy fill thing that's on the gnarly. Sounds like super trash. Sounds like an old like big room build up, but it worked for the track. And sort of like super aggressive atmosphere pulse in the background. What up, Con? They've got your effects, basic shit. I like that like super fast turnaround. I don't think there's not even any layers in there. It's just like whips around. Oh, there's like two fuzzy layers. Yeah, it's all this like this same loop I was showing from the intro.
Don't waste my time.
looks like I just took it, pitched it down an octave, layered it in with the original. There's also this like kind of like fuzzy pulse in the background. I like using a lot of sort of those like amped up saws as layers. Do you think you ever mentored Icon? I don't know, maybe. I've got a buddy that does that. But I do a lot of like one-on-one stuff, which is just like takes up enough time. Little momentum loop stuff. Tom Fills. So for this, I think I honestly just like moving around these different clips and kind of seeing which one sounds like. Whoa. Yeah, just like moving these around and pitching them around too. Try to see like which ones would help the flow. Yeah, it actually just sounds like completely fucked, like printer. Move around, it's control shift and then drag. Same thing here, I was just like, where's the yoy? Here it is. Just like crazy frequency shifting with like an amp on like samples. So this sound was sounds like absolute shit. I don't fucking know what that is. Some more like kind of bass one shots.
Don't waste my time.
Or riser shit. This track's actually pretty simple. A lot of like I just liked it because these two parts work together like really well. You should try to make a track only using sine waves. I'm pretty sure every track anyone's ever made is only using sine waves. If you want to get nerdy. Vocals that sound that aggressive in this pack. You guys want to see the vocal for Spin Cycle? It's in the pack.
What you know about?
There you go.
What you know about? What you know? What you know about?
That's my buddy Jim. I fucking spent like so long processing that shit. I think I did a vocal processing stream. Did I? Not sure. I kind of went through some like basic stuff. A lot of time you're just kind of like layering like choruses or like layering other semitone or octave versions of the vocal to just like make it sound super rich. Like the easiest one is just taking a vocal and layering it with a semitone, like one semitone up or one semitone down. And that just makes it sounds like a fake chorus. It sounds like it's like almost double tracked. It's coming soon, Sky Sweet. But I spend a lot of time like EQing vocals too, just to make sure, because there's like a fine line between over processing them and then you have no fucking idea what they sound like. There's a lot of pre-drops like that where I'm just like I have no idea what the vocal is even saying because it's just so cooked. But obviously if you don't process it enough, it's like not gonna be beefy, not gonna fit the crazy shit. Are you gonna save this stream? I think all my VODs are available to subscribers right now. I don't know. Yeah, it's soon, dude. That's all I gotta say. It's soon. Patience is a virtue. You guys are already getting sneak peeks. Adding new stuff, but it's coming together. I like to use a lot of so like anytime I finish a track, I'll bounce out the entire effects channel. There you go. Chaotic Good wants that VOD access. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, you can like look at all my old streams. I think if you just subscribe. I could turn that off, but I mean, it's a nice way to drive the community. But anyways, I like to like bounce out all my effects. So even this, I've like bounced out back scratcher effects. So I like bounce out the entire effects channel. So a lot of times I'll have like, here's the effects from Cabbage combined with the effects from my Revival remix with Company. And I'll sort of like mix those together with new samples and just sort of like build up on that. Just because I feel like I use a lot of similar effects on my tracks. I like kind of the similar sounding stuff, and I feel like it's a waste of time to go and search for those. Con. Can't say anything. That old pack I posted on Reddit doesn't have a working download. Which, oh, I think that was like a bunch of bass glitches. I actually repurposed some of those for the pack. Like updated them. Yeah, that's why I think I took down the link because I'm not sure why I took it down. I probably just cleaned up my Dropbox and like that one ended up just getting rinsed. But I've got the best ones back. What else do we have in here? I love that part so much. The plugin I use to make that stuff is Shaperbox. Like a lot of the presets in Shaperbox, like Neuro Dancer or like Time Scratcher, stuff like that. And I just take like a long loop of basses, and then I'll just like basses that I made, obviously, and then like resample that, and then it like kind of glitchifies some of them. It'll like stretch them out and pitch warp them and like heavily filter them. You guys want to see the master chain? There you go. This is like actually more than I normally do. EQ. I don't do this anymore. I used to do this. Isotope. Vintage EQ, I think. Yeah. And I would like boost these areas. So like I'd listen to the master. This is like if you want to do like tonal EQ stuff, I don't really do it anymore. I try to fix everything in the mix. I try to use less and less of my master. Not using volume shaper and do that. I'm using Shaperbox, which is all of them. It's like the presets will use like different ones. They'll use time shaper and volume shaper and like what are the other ones? Filter, whatever the shit is. Pan. So it's like a combination of all of those. But volume shaper is one module within the whole preset. But yeah, this is like an EQ trick I used to kind of do where so you have like these boost and cut knobs, and I would listen to like the drop of my track and crank up the high boost and sort of like swap around these frequencies and kind of listen to one that would sound like tonally the best, like a little frequency that needed a little boost, and then I would pull it way back so it would just give like half a decibel or a decibel of just like a little bit. Since this isn't like a surgical EQ, it's actually adding like tonality. even if it's subtle. And I used to like that sound a lot, so I kind of threw like that. It's obviously super subtle. You can see a teeny little boost here and a teeny little like boost in the low end, just like make the sub smack a little harder. But I try to do all that in the mix now. It's multiband shit that I use a lot. Basically, just turns up the highs because I have really loud highs and mids in my mix downs. Yield, glue comp, soft clip, and then fab filter. Turn it up. That's literally it. Automation on utility, build ups, and so automate the gain down in the builds. Just because my builds get super loud because I'm lazy and I don't filter shit. While you put utility on the end. This is I just put this on for the stream because this project's cranked as fuck. This utility turns down the gain, even though it gets driven into the limiter again. Like it'll turn down the track if I turn it down enough. And obviously the mid side will turn down mid sides, just so like it thins out the build. And then I snap it back for the pre-drop, and then obviously the actual drop is gonna be a lot wider than the rest of the mix down. Thank you, Kush. Appreciate it, brother. What up, Ghost? Ghost dubbed the moist. Do you care about your tracks being tonally balanced? I definitely care about my tracks being like, being sounding good in compared to all the other tracks I've made. Like in even like other professional bass music tracks. Because when I DJ them or when other people DJ them, I like them to sound good mixing together. Mine are a little loud. I noticed when I was playing them out. That's okay. You know, I just turn the trim down or up. So, but yeah, I don't know. I like the sound of like a little like little bit of subtle clipping, just like crunches the track a little bit. And yeah, I like to. I don't know if this is a thing anymore. Someone probably knows this more than I do, but it used to be you would pull down the master of your track. So like I'm not at. Or let's see, pull this back. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm burning out. I turned the output down to -0.3, but it doesn't show. It used to be an old thing where you would turn down your tracks like -0.3 decibels so they wouldn't clip on like analog systems, and I heard that a long time ago. Beefy, not loud. Yeah, they're beefy. And then I just meter it with. So this track's at like -3 in the drop. It's a little hot. I like -4.5. This is like a baseline for that's super loud for bass music. What up, more? Young legend. Do you use routing? I don't know what that means. Dude, I'm so sad about the Beef project file. I literally can't drag a single channel into my Ableton. It's completely corrupted. It just like completely shits the bed. Crashes my whole Ableton. I have to restart everything. Super bummed on that. I still kind of remember how I made the sounds, but I could try sending it off to like Ableton. I know people have done it before. Proteal is? Yeah, his shit is insane. Any last shit from this proj? Any last questions? This is sidechain routing. I switch between 2 different sidechains depending. Like in the drop, I have a heavier sidechain than the build usually. Low cut, exciter. Young jalapeno, dude. What? Oh, what's up, brother? Oh, thank you, man. Dude, I think ISO is like he's easily one of my favorite producers right now. I want to. I would be so down to do a tune with him. I listened to it. He put out a new mix yesterday. Not with Knock 2. ISO Knock. The Raid 2 or whatever. His IDs are so crazy. That kid's a fucking monster. So that's funny that you say that because the sound design for like this part was because when he was working with Peekaboo, he was talked about like literally putting on like 100 OTTs on like a sine wave and just resampling the artifacts. And I'm pretty sure that's how I got like that section of the loop is like doing like overblowing the artifacts and then resampling those. So shout out Isaac. Yeah, I think that's about it for this track. What do you guys want to do next? You want to do? Yeah, that's actually. Wait, I think that's in the pack. I keep like shouting this pack out because I'm honestly just so excited about it. I can't wait to get this shit out. It's called Chop Me Up, maybe? No, there's another one. It's called... What is it called? Wiggle? No. Top 30. More awesome. I got you. I'll send it to you on Twitter. I'd love for you to demo it out. OTTs in the double digits, then glue saturation. Yeah. You can do some crazy stuff with just like duplicating one plugin like a fuck ton of times, and just kind of like resampling the crazy shit it does. I'm pretty sure you can even duplicate like just a multiband compressor, and if you set a macro to the crossover points, you can make like an all pass. If you have like 100 multibands, you can make like a fake disperser because of like how it changes phase around the points or something like that. Spin cycle intro, keep me like the 60s. Yeah, dude. So a lot of the inspiration for the EP was using a lot of like old school sound design, with like new production techniques, which is like why Spin Cycle and Rewind have like old school acid and old school like M1 organ sounds in them, and what is it, the K1? I don't fucking know. And like a lot of those old like techno ravey vocals. I was just super into that shit. Soon, jalapeno. I don't have a date yet, so I don't want to say anything. But it's like I'm actually finalizing this. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Rewind or Spin Cycle? Type 1 in the chat for Rewind. Type 2 for Spin Cycle, and then I'll open it up. Ah, you fuckers. 1 2 2 1 2 1 1 2 2 2 2 1 2 1 2 2 2. Oof, boys, that is looking even. The drums influence Spin Cycle. I love the snare in Spin Cycle. 2, you guys want Spin Cycle? We could do Spin Cycle today, and then we could do Rewind Friday, and then maybe I could show you like, I have to see. I'd like the demo from the pack, or I could try to fix the beef project. Or maybe Friday with Rewind, I could like give out the main. Oh, I could do that. I could give out the main drop. It's like the acid patch thing. Did you show the snare processing on this one? There's like no processing. It's just good samples. It's the Matzo snare, and I took out a little bit of the high end and a little bit of like some resonant stuff, and I layered that with a tail from a dubstep snare from Pixel Tear. Just like love the clap on that, and that's it. There's no other processing besides the group. Little transient shaper, actually 2 different ones. A tiny bit of like this one, and then the neutron transient shaper. So I like using 2. I don't know. I like using these 2 together because I've just been like super comfortable with them. Tiny bit of glue compression, tiny bit of saturation. I do the same kind of drum processing on all my tracks. Uncomfortable. I've already done a breakdown for that, Lunas. There's like if you just search it on YouTube, you should probably find it. Like Effin dead beats or something, or Effin uncomfortable or something. Demos. If you want to send me demos, just send it to my promo email. It's my SoundCloud. Do you process your kicks? Sometimes. Not on this track. I actually didn't do shit. Just took low end, high end. That's it. That's the kick. Nothing else. Drums are super basic and clean on this one. What do we say? Spin cycle? Okay. That project file is a fucking disaster. I like there's cleaned on all these. These drums are so fucked. Yeah. A little weird. Rewind, we'll do Friday. Uh-oh. Dude. Bakers. Bad news bears. Yeah, don't say disaster. That shit literally just crashed. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Zoink, Scooby. Sometimes these, like, the ones where I have a ridiculous amount of layers, just Ableton's not happy with it. Yeah, oh no, mine's not disorganized. It's just like there's just so much shit. Like I wanted a specific sound and I took like the longest route to get there. Let's try that again. This one might take like 30 seconds. Can you tell a bit about balance in the mix? Can you be more specific about what you mean? Like balance like referencing or balance like balance between drums and leads? I don't know. Jesus. Balance, I mean volume of all tracks. I don't look at like the meter. I just kind of use my ear for leveling balance. Nice, we're good. RIP PC. It's fine. Volume of all tracks. Yeah, I honestly just use my ears. A lot of people like using meters to look at volume. And I think it's more important for like the sub because the sub is the first thing that'll eat up your headroom and like crush your mix. And obviously if you don't have enough sub, your track's like not gonna hit as hard as it could. But for everything else, I kind of just like will just play around with the levels until I like them. Like a lot of times, all of these levels are just like traded 0 or just like a little bit below, and I'll like gain the channels, or like use utility to automate gain. Yeah, this motherfucker is pretty messy. What do you aim for in terms of level for the sub and premix premaster? Nah, I don't look at that stuff. I say like a lot of other people do, and I'll mess around with the level, but I don't like aim for a certain number because some of my premixes, like premasters, will run like this track is probably running into the master just like crazy high. Let's turn off all the mastering. Oh god. So it's like clipping by 6 dBs, and then I turn it up even more. Or like I just like compress the shit out of it. So I don't, but some of my tracks, they'll be like -5 going to the master, and I'll just turn them up louder with a limiter or a utility. Wait, you can't see the... Boys! Oh my god! Fucking birding out. Sorry, F. So this track, yeah, so we'll, like runs into the master super hot. It's gonna be loud. $60 clipping, and then I like turn it up even more. So I don't know. It doesn't really matter that much. Let me turn this down a little bit. Same exact kind of mastering chain though. It's like EQs. Actually, it's even louder going into the pre-master. I even turn it down 4. Yoy. This track started from me messing around with like, I think Hellbound actually gave me modular take crazy cinematic drones. Let's see where this is from. I'm pretty sure it's in... Oh, where is this from? Show and Explore. Yeah, it's in a like he sent me a bunch of like modular takes and a bunch of sample packs. What the fuck? Yoy. And I was just chopping them out. And like so this one originally was like this, it's literally like 20 minutes long. And I was just kind of like chopping out different sections of it. And it just ended up with this kind of like super low drone. This kind of gets like kind of your crunchy redux drone. Later, Hambert. Little laser ambient stuff, more ambiances. There's your vocal, and then I layered that with like your classic kind of Reese sub that everyone makes, just like your detuned sub, and that is sort of like automated. What do they automate here? Nothing. Maybe it's in actual effects. Something's being automated. You can hear it. Whatever. Oh, maybe it's just the gain or like the pitch bend. Not sure. But that kind of just was like a super low drone for the track. Yeah, I've used Paul Stretch. I used to use Paul Stretch a lot to make ambiances. This isn't an OTT preset breed. This is a multi-band preset. It basically just turns up the highs and the mids. But I don't like doing that with an EQ because it causes crazy phase issues. No phase 48 on the Reese. Don't worry, there's plenty in this project. So yeah, intro's like super droney.
What you know about?
Little vocal from my pack.
What you know about?
No processing besides delay and decay. That's all you have to do. Just drop it in, baby.
What you know about?
Is there a difference between auto filter EQ and normal EQ? Auto filter EQ, you can have like an LFO. I think there are. differences. I read somewhere in the Ableton manual that when you're automating, auto filter is cleaner if you're automating like a lower high pass. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I don't know. Don't know why I use the auto filter in this. Obviously the EQ8 is way better for like scolding. There's a low pass bonk. Yeah, there is probably. It's probably this guy. Bonk.
What you know about?
There's sort of like a little like another little acid break in there. There it is. There's your boy. Comes back in the build. So yeah, the whole section. I spent so much time getting this kind of like crazy build section going. So boosting via EQ causing phase issues, but putting boosting with multi-band compression doesn't. Interesting. It's just like a different sort of sound. So like what I'm doing with this EQ or with this multi-band is like basically this plus adding compression to it. It's literally just turning up the inputs and there's like super light compression. And then I only use like a little bit of it. So it's basically just like doing something like that. But when I was doing this, like just to turn up the high end, which I should just do in the mix anyways, but this sounded like absolute shit. I don't know. I like this multi-band guy. Doesn't matter how the fuck does it, as long as it sounds good. So that I wanted this like crazy. Chonk. And then there's all these snare layers to kind of like make that. It's just kind of like. Is that like. What is it? Is it a black skinhead? That's sort of like marching. I mean, it's like a pretty simple marching drum, kind of like triplet pattern. Yeah, and then that's combined with like all these crazy risers. Yeah, drum line. There you go. And it's like this mega. Love this riser. I think I use this in like almost every track on the EP and like a bunch of new tracks. It's just like a cooked, blown out low end.
What you know about?
Ah! Choked a little bit there. I started making like a lot of like crazy long builds just because I like playing them live. It's kind of fucking cheesy. Whatever. Yeah, so this drop is a lot of shit. But we can get down to the main chonks. So the main boy is this, I think. And that all came from this patch, which is actually the same patch as Dirty Laundry. Which is, yeah, put the two together, you know, the fucking name of the song. But it was just like, I edited a bunch of stuff, kind of cleaned it up. Yeah, there's like an old version. There's some that are like super blown out. And I kind of just like would find these like one shots, which are super blown out. There's a lot of like crunch to them, but I needed like some pretty heavy shit to match the energy of the build because the build was like super, a lot of like tension energy building. How are you laying subs and bases? The way I've been doing it, using a clean sub and mixing with a base layer like a glue comp or something. I don't know if that's where to go. Depends on the track. For this one, I've got. Where's the sub? Here's the sub. So I took this sub from this pack. From the pack, super blown out, but I just wanted like the low end and like a little bit of like that second harmonic. Can you play that again right before the drop?
What you know about?
So I kind of take time to like draw out some weirder envelopes to make this shit like on a big system kind of have some just like swelling of the sub, and then obviously it starts like its triplet pattern goes. The bass notes just play quarter notes. But they do kind of have some push pull to it. Does cutting the very lows under 20 hertz help? Yeah, you add a lot of headroom. I do that on like all my tracks. Super like tonally rally kind of stuff. I don't know how to describe that. How old are you? I'm 24. Simple pack soon? Yo. That's my favorite part for sure. Everything like completely cuts out. I like how it just like literally the whole track was completely silent. I like even cut out the ambiance parts. It's like a good amount of ambiance in the background. A lot of the hats, yeah, even like this kind of just like shimmery riser stuff. Ow, shut up. Jesus. How is that sub mixed with the bass? Any group processing? No. I mean, all the basses are high passed and side chained. High passed. I kind of messed with this curve a little bit. It looks like I high passed starting at 120 and kind of rolled off around 70. A lot of people high pass their basses way too fucking high. It's like you lose all your body. And then the sub, I end up pushing like the second harmonic out, the saturator. So I like to have like this guy right here, but not too much because then it'll make the mix sound like it's in a wind tunnel. And that'll be such into the kick. And there's no group like those don't get. I mean, they get smashed together in the master. I do sidechain my sub bass in a different way because usually I want the basses sidechained a little bit heavier, but the sub I want like a direct relationship with the kick. So like I'll do like some fading, but I'll just like sidechain as well, just so it's like when the kick hits, as soon as the phase of the kick ends, I want the sub to like come right back in. So I want these to like match up perfectly, because if they're overlapping too much, they're gonna eat up headroom because you're gonna have the sub of the kick phase out with the sub of like your sub, and then obviously if there's too much like of a delay, it sounds like it's like it pulls in too late. So it's all about finding like the perfect relationship between those. I've been producing for like 6 years. Nitty Gritty uses this tool. Yeah, it's just sidechain. Yeah, a lot of the drums on these. I like the snare a lot. That's from Pack. More pretentious stuff. Is that in the track? Yeah, there's like a lot of... the effects are pretty loud on this one. What's that reverb throw chain? What is louder, kick or sub? I don't know. Probably the kick. Let's see. The kick is... There's actually maybe this up. There's 6.67. Sub is... Oh, no, they're almost the same. Sub's a little bit quieter. Okay. Let's just time this guy out. Oh god. No, go away. I just pulled up fucking that name. Oh god, I can't get rid of it. There we go. OTT with reverb. Yeah, the reverb shit. So the reverb throw is it's like baked into the original patch. Where is it at? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Wop, 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 wop. Oh, is this where I got the... Yeah, this is where I got the one-shots from. Yeah, there's the one-shot. That's like the main first hit. It's just this... It's literally just a reverb throw rack. And it's just like... You turn up the... I don't know where this one was from. But it just automates the dry wet and also kind of ducks the low end, compresses the whole signal. Yeah, these change are gross. Can I review your song? No. You can send it to my promo email. How do your drums transient hit so hard if you're limiting the master? I clip the master. Pipa. Yeah, true. Longer the effects change, the better you are as a producer. There's nothing else you could say about that. It's a confirmed fact. If you keep adding things, your song will be better. I just make sure my drums have like really strong transients to begin with, and I transient shape them. Like literally same processing chain as in backscratch. Oh god. Is that the real? Oh, yo, Detra Beats. If you want to give a shout out to the guy who did the vocals in the song.
What you know about?
He's in the chat. Goes by Detra.
What you know about? 1, 2, 3 with the 1.
Wow. Why did you take the spike off your second F? Wait, is it not updated on? Oh shoot, I gotta update my Twitch logo. Yeah, I just cleaned it up a little bit, sorry. Tips for nice legato basses. Low pass wubby things. Automation. That's right, let me get this box. Yeah, I haven't paid him yet. Probably never will. Maybe I will. I like the old logo better. Nah. There's also a lot of like... I talked about like super amped up, kind of just like crunchy stuff on top of the track. Apparently that's in the song. Can't hear it at all. I think actually I use it in a turnaround that I really like right here. Some just like fail stuff. The effects in these are just, it's just too loud. Oh! Oh God. 100 biddies. Let's go. You're looking dirty girl. Being paid to show off all my goodies in the form of Ableton Live projects. It's pretty much all I have to offer. My girlfriend will confirm that. Anyways, yoy. Who's Connor? Oh wait, is it Connor Rolls, dude? What else, boys? Oh, there's like this loud ass sparkle in the track. Where are you from? I'm from Virginia. I live in LA now. Chat, where are you guys from? Where do you guys live right now? Let me farm your demographics. Most of your sound design effects based. Absolutely. Most of my sound design's all basic shapes with. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. NYC, nice. Poland, you're in Poland. Let's go. Seattle, LA, Denver, Irvine, Mexico City, Slovakia, Salt Lake City. Dude, you're in Atlantis? Nice. LA, some LA boys. France. Bonjour. I took like 5 years of French, but I speak it like an absolute, like an American would speak French. And when I met Habstrack for the first time, I like spoke French to him, and he just like looked at me. He was like, "Here's this absolute idiot." He's like, I didn't understand a word you said, and I just kind of left. I think I was at an Avalon show. I just walked away. Somewhere in East Florida, some Florida boys in here. From the DR. Our common language is Ableton. True. Everyone speaks OTT. You guys have to quote that to me. No one else can have that. Doesn't matter where you're from in the world. Everyone knows what the OTT saturator. Everyone knows that language. Everyone knows reverb on sub bass. That's a universal symbol. That's what unites us all here. I don't care where you're from. When you see the FabFilter Pro clipping, we all understand. When you see a track that's too loud, we're all united. Do you put reverb on your kicks? If it needs it. If you are not redlining, you are not headlining. That's been confirmed. You gotta make it seem with positive loss. Gross. I think someone actually did that. I'm not sure if it's possible. What else is cool in here? Not much.
Yeah.
El Clasico. Oh yeah, one more little. Like I said, I like using really crunchy saw wave layers. If you never hit the blue line, you're not playing loud enough. Oh, do you have Pro Q3 tricks? I don't even have Pro Q3. I have Pro Q2. I barely use this. I only use it on my groups because I love the Ableton EQ. I just know it. I know it. I feel like I know it. I feel like it understands me. Why are you using Live 8 Comp? Ooh, that's a good tip. So on your sub bass or any channel, the new Ableton compressors have like, you know that click you get when you sidechain? Let's see if we can actually recreate it. Let's set up the same sidechain. No tag. And what's our threshold at? -36. Let's see if I can actually recreate it. Oh! You hear that? Hear the click? Oh wait, I didn't set the EQ though. I don't think that should matter. Yeah. So you hear the click on the sub? Now listen to the Live 8 one. It's because this algorithm reacts faster. Confirmed. So you can just go on Google and look up Live 8 compressor. I think it's when they switched to from the FF1 whatever. I don't know. Someone fucking did a video about it. It's available if you just Google it. Just look up Live 8 compressor. Like a lot of people will, and you just save it, and then I use this for if I want to use the live compressor sidechain because there's no clicks. Science. Why would they make it slower? It's probably better in some other way, and there's probably a way to actually make this one mimic that. Maybe the RMS. The RMS helped a little bit. No, but we wanted to peak because we're using the. I don't know, boys. What if we put the knee at 0? No. Science. Live 8 compressor. Use it all the time. Track from scratch stream. That'd be. I'll do that when I launch the sample pack. I get the same click problem in Shaperbox volume plugin. I actually have had that before. I think what I have to do is it's you have to make the ramp down not immediate, and then I compensate that by pulling my MIDI trigger back 5 whatever the milliseconds. So the trigger will hit and it'll actually sidechain 2 milliseconds before the snare actually hits. So it gets rid of that. Yeah, Shaperbox is weird too. It's more all these tools have issues. It's just a matter of kind of making them work for yourself. Any difference in sidechaining with stock compressor versus sidechaining with LFO tool? I mean, theoretically, you can make them do the same thing. I like having this sort of I like having the control of this. One of my favorite things about this one too, I don't think I did it in this track, is let's say for example I wanted my sidechain to be heavier during the kick than the snare. Is I can automate that in Shaperbox. So I've already set this up where if I have so this is the trigger is C, and then sort of the curve is linked to D, and then the other curve is linked to C sharp. So look at this. When I play the drums, the kick will be sidechain harder than the snare. So you can do this for 8 notes or whatever. So I liked how you can have an insane amount of control with Shaperbox. Also, a lot of times I'll have my build up be this less sidechain, and then my drops kick in the heavier sidechain. or like switch between the two. Maybe you have like a pretty beefy snare, or like you don't want your snare to hit that hard. I don't know. You can kind of mess around between the two. In volume shaper, try pulling the very first breakpoint away from the very start. I don't know what you mean. Do you use Contact, some of the stuff for more realistic instruments? I don't use Contact. If I want to use realistic instruments, a lot of times I'll manipulate samples or just use like this shitty ass VST called Expand 2. It's so bad, but it's also amazing. Like I just love it. You can assign different curves to different MIDI trigger notes. Yeah, exactly. For the clicking. No, I don't have any clicking issues in Shaperbox. It was the just like the live compressor. I think we could look at like some processing. Yeah, a lot of times I'll do like EQ cutting before I do some like heavier processing. So it's like OTT saturated trash. This is on my entire group. It's good to group process like all your basses. Yeah, I just don't have Contact because I don't want to like spend the time to crack it. Not that I'd ever do that. I would obviously pay for it, but it's pretty expensive. How do you use Shaperbox to make glitches? I've shown it in like a couple streams. I'm pretty sure. But basically all you do is just make a long group of basses sounds and then run the Shaperbox presets. So like you could run, I mean fuck it, let's just do it on the entire drop channel. It's probably gonna sound like shit for a few of them. But so like they have all these different little modules, and a lot of these Neurodancer ones are nervous breakdowns. Well, like this will like fuck up your patch. So you take like the nice parts of those, like the crunchy, glitchy parts, and chop them out, and then you sort of like organize them into a like 1-bar phrase. So that's what I did. I would like take like a whole, not even a drop, but just like a ton of oh my bad, chaotic, a ton of basses in a row, and then I'd chop out like the dope parts and then combine them to make these glitches. Yeah, dude, Shaperbox is insane. It's like one of the best plugins I've messed with. Can you record that and send it to me? I have an idea. Record what? I'll never be able to get that sound again because the like it'll just it's randomized. Which is kind of the fun part. I think we are good with spin cycle. Are we good with this? Any final questions on this before I open a new project? We can mess around with some blank stuff. You guys seem to have lots of questions, which I'm super down for. Record the Shaperbox glitches from the drop channel for like a minute and send me the audio because I want to try to flip into something. Yeah, alright, let me try to do that. I think I just like deleted it, didn't I? I'll make it again. Okay. Do you use trash from iStep? Yeah. So sick. Are you able to show us the Snails remix? Maybe not today. What do I need to record? And I gotta go to like these crazy ones. Oops.
What you know about? What you know about?
There's like some good chunks in there. Wait, did I just not? I'm such an idiot, dude. I don't know why I just didn't solo this channel. Dude, I'm losing it. Losing it. Look at all this shit. All this crazy stuff it's doing. Ooh. Oh, that one's crazy. That's a sick pattern. Dun, 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 dun. There's a crazy one in there. That one's sick. That's a crazy sound. What? Alright, dude, I'll send you this after the stream. It's like random shit. There's like random nuggets in there. What? Nuggets. Yeah, the ear candy. Got it. And even if like you do that and only get that one sound, it's definitely worth it because you didn't even do anything. Just throw on like presets and get this like crazy little. Wah! I am down for that. Free sounds. I think I'm playing Valorant with G-Rex in like an hour on stream. Someone's stream. Oh my god. Dude, I just got the art. Oh! Oh, I want to show you this. I can't show you guys. Sorry. Ow. Let me ask. Nah, I can't show. Sorry. Sharks, just hold on, brother. Yeah, everyone's asking. It's there's not a date yet, but I am putting the final touches on everything. Literally just added some new stuff yesterday. Hey, some goodies in there. Yeah, added some new drums too. What was I gonna show you guys? Let me know, chat. What do you guys want to see? There was something I was gonna show and I just completely forgot. Beat challenge using your sample pack. That's what I've been doing. I've been making the demos. But I can't show them yet. It's hard. How would you go about designing a bass sound from scratch? Serum. What do you think about unlicensed uses? About those who have to? I have no idea what you mean. Blown out bass from scratch. Take your shirt off. Bass design. I'm asking if I can show you this. I can't. Bass design. Okay. Freak Show Industries? No, never heard of them. Anything from the new EP gonna be the sample pack? Yeah, a lot. Most of the EP was made like from the sample pack. What? Getting a license or something for software? Yeah, man, you definitely should. If you can afford it. You know, everyone starts at different places, and if you make a living off music, it's nice to, you know, pay back the companies that helped you do that. Support them, because they're trying to do the same thing. They're artists as well. All right, bass design. One sec. So simple sub and mid bass layering about software. Please, thank you. Simple sub and mid bass layering. Okay, we could make like a sound, and then do some like maybe some basic layering for it of like how you would fill out maybe like the mid sub range. Let's see what we can do. Where do I want to start? Ooh, perfect. What kind of sounds am I into today? I kind of want to do something with like a basic FME wavetable. It's too much. Oof. I like those boys. Have your custom labels and themes? Nah, I'm good. These are ATH M50s. Okay. Any tips on kind of getting a unique sound? Every sound I've been making is all heard. It makes me depressed. I've definitely been there, and feel like I'm still there. So you just gotta fuck around and just like try to do like crazy shit. Like take a plugin or like an audio effect that you don't think people use and use it like a ton of times, or like duplicate it and just like try weird stuff every day. Like try a new technique to try to figure out a weird way to make a sound. Like for me, it's like amps and phase 48 filters and basic shapes. It's like that's kind of like how I do a lot of my sound design. Wow. What is sound? Sounds like that, like, getting that girl. The, like, Ricky Sandlin. That's funny. Do you know how Stuka mixes basses? A ton of ice tip trash. It's like some pitch bend and maybe some FM in this. Probably like a different shape. Any tips on controlling distortion when post-processing? Yeah, like a ton of EQing. Ooh. That could be cool. That'll sound really good with like some weird pitch bend. Go on both. Mass notching. Yeah, I do that a lot too. I gotta get out of this here. Try some weirder stuff. Oh, that's kind of thick. This is sort of dubs loaded. Yeah, I'm just kind of fucking around with some basic stuff. Try to like make it a little bit crazier. Let me see if I can get some like crazier harmonics out of this. I usually like building racks and then messing around with the original patch. It's super blown out right now, but it's okay, we'll fix it. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna try to mess around with Womp. Like cool ideas in here. It's like FMing this. The fuck? It's like a. It's like a sponge. The pitch is already automated. There's like a massive like bump in right here. Don't like you. Wah. Just don't like this at all. When in doubt, filter everything again. Effeminate. Yeah, that's gonna have some like eliminate sound to it. This dude's such so good. That's a barker. I really want this to have some like higher kind of like screamy shit. Let's get closer. There we go. That's kind of closer to like something I would like, and then I kind of want to. I do love the phase filter for days. Do you usually keep the latency of the bass, or do you cut out the latency? You mean low end? Yeah, definitely cut out the low end. Let's add like a lot more stereo image, make it some like hyper. Try like some tonal delay stuff. Always kind of helps, but erosion, yeah, erosion would be fire on this. Just blow it out with saturator. No, let's see if. Kind of like it there. I mean, the LFO shape brings latency to the bass or small to me. It's not latency. It's that's just like attack. And I definitely mess around with like if I was writing like a drop. Because so that would be like just like attack, and also I'm resampling it, so it's adding latency. So if I just took it straight from the channel, but yeah, if I was like, I probably it doesn't really matter where you place it. It's just like kind of up to you to if you want like the sidechain kicking in early, or if you want to have the bass like kicking in a little bit late. There's no right or wrong. We just added more amps. That's a crunchy boy. After that. There's still like a bunch of dispersers on this. But it's not dope. They meant how late it hits when it's played. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It just depends on like how much, like kind of the flow of the track. Oh, what? Let's do something like, let's create like a multi-disperser thing. A rack. That's gonna be cool. And Let's make like 4. And we'll configure all the pinch points. Or the, what is it? Frequencies? How do you do that? How would I do that? I think I've grouped them. Yeah, let's map all these to macro 1. So now we have like a lot of dispersers at the same time. Do I normalize them? Yeah, I usually like them pretty loud, so I can just drop them in. Oh, damn. Let me pull down the amount on some of these. We can do like different pinch values too. Those are pretty like squeaky. Disperser is an all pass. It like just flips the phase around a point. Pretty sure. So it makes it sound like the sound is smacking itself. I don't know if I explained that well enough. That's kind of a cool idea. Can add some more like squeaky shit to it. It's an idea. That would probably, something like this would pair really well with like flange filter delay. That's sick. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's like super, it's kind of like basic right now, but it would work really well as a layer. That's sick as fuck. I actually like that sound a lot. A little bit of like the paperiness. Sorry guys, it's loud as fuck. That's pretty gnarly. So without it, it's like still sick. But this is like a whole new thing. So then we could like map these parameters. Kind of just like make your own racks. There you go. I like that original though, and it would probably and then the more we fuck with like the original pitch, it's like you get more. Ooh, that sounds like, dude. That sounds like modern talking, like the end section of when you automate it. And it's all from that kind of guy, which originally just sounded like this. We beefed it up, and then this is like our total processing layer. So you kind of have just like 4 stages of processing, and you can kind of like stop wherever, and kind of like this kind of thing would be really good for like a layer. Maybe without the processing, kind of useless, but I still like that sound a lot. And so we could like maybe bounce out of different variations of this. Let's try. Fun fact, if you like want to make your bass twice as long, this is just like from old virtual riot stream. It's like you just half the BPM and then resample that. Let's go back to 150. Whoa. That's sick. I really like that, like the kind of screams that come out at the end, like the whack. So in our second rack, I'll warp this. Yeah, I like this. What the hell? That's not what. That's not what I did. Oh, I guess it's the amp. Oh, it's a frequency shifter. I'm burning out. So I like that sound a lot. And I like that. So these are our two like kind of finals we've got. We'll like resample these. And what else? Take off this. Take off this. That sounds fuck. What should we name these? Should I put it in the pack? Let's see how it transposes. Ooh. Actually sounds really good. Like I like having like really kind of boxed out subs. It's like pitch bending a fuck ton. I think I'd put this would probably be like a C sharp maybe. I'm so bad at finding like the key of shit. Yoy. Yeah, it is a fat yoy. Let's see if we can match it up though. I think it's, yeah, it sounds like a D. This one's just like completely lost. I don't even know. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I mean, it's more like the sub kind of like dictating the tone. But maybe not this one. What do you guys want to name this one? Let's put this one in the pack. What was it, D? Yeah. This one's okay, but I really like that one. It's like fader zero crossings. Alright, I need a name, chat. Need a name for this bad boy. Effin bass, one shot. D. What is it, D? I forgot. Yeah, it's D. Sir Chunketh. I like that. Sir Chunketh. So now we'll listen to it in like context. Bass one shots. Perfect. Nice. And it has a lot. It has like a lot of room to be blown out as well. I didn't really EQ it much. Let me clean it up a tad bit for you guys. Yeah, sorry. There we go. Sir Chunketh. I don't think it's going to replace it. Maybe. Nah, breathe. Nah. Not the vibe. Cool. Nice. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, so that's like kind of sometimes how do sound design. It's like start with something super basic, blow it out to absolute shit. And then kind of like resample it and keep messing with it. Fun. Yeah, I'm super strict on this sound though. This is gnarly. That would be like a crazy fill. What time are we at? Oh shit, dude. We've got it for like 2 hours. I'm gonna wrap up at like 4. So do like 5 minutes if you guys have any last questions. I'm gonna be live again on Friday. We're gonna look at Rewind. And probably do some more stuff like this. Maybe do like some in-depth looks. I'll probably give you guys the patch. If there's no like weird third-party stuff on it. For like the acid drop sound. I don't use Soothe. No. I don't have it, but I've heard really good things about it. We cranked through that. Through both projects. Can you show your LFOs and serum are modulating? Oh god, I just deleted everything. They are modulating the pitch, modulating wavetable position, filter movement. How long did it take you to write the EP? Backstretcher was done first. I think that one was I did in like March, or that one I did in January, and all the other ones I did in like March and April, or February, March, something like that. So like it took me like each track took like a week, probably. So Rewind I did in like 3 days, just like 6-hour sessions or something. Sometimes they're a lot quicker, sometimes longer. It just depends how many roadblocks you hit. But I try to write pretty quickly. Let's run some warm-up Valorant. Yeah, we got some games today. Apparently I've been live streaming that. I'm probably just going to tilt off the face of the planet. Yeah, no, thank you guys for tuning in. This is really fun. Would you break down cheese? I already have. It's in my VODs. If you subscribe. Wait, did I break down cheese? Chat, did I break down cheese? I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. I have no idea. Break down flood? I did a long time ago. We're focused on the new shit right now, though. Make some crunchy bases. That a boy. Drawing. Yeah. I gotta play some video games for like content, I guess. Yeah, no problem. Let me see if I can find this. But I think we're all good, boys and grills. Look forward to paying me, JD. Oh God. Oh God. I'll pay you in carries, bro. Kills. In game. Anyone want to check next stream win? Friday. Yeah, sorry guys. Had to figure out some stuff real quick. But thank you for tuning in. Hope that was beneficial for you guys. Can do Rewind Friday. If I miss anything, just hit me up on Twitter if you have any like other specific questions. I kind of fly through stuff, or if you want to do like mentoring or whatever, just DM me. Other than that, I'll see you guys Friday. We're gonna do some more shit like this. We go super in depth. Thanks for tuning in. This was super fun. Make sure to follow the stream if you haven't. Thank you. Let me just promote the EP here. Thanks, Nightbot. There it is. Check it out if you haven't listened. I'm sure many of you have, but you know, Daddy needs the streams. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be on like G-Rex's stream playing Valorant in like an hour. I take 10. I love it. All right, boys. Thank you guys.